Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Paradise Pier 2 for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic. Paradise Pier has expanded its network of walkways over the sea, and your task is to expand the park to use the extra space. Your objective to have at least 1,200 guests in your park at the end of October year 2, with a park rating of at least 600. So a bigger area then, and a short goal and a low amount of guests. Okay, and we've got quite a few rides down already, and yeah, they look like they were, I don't know, built by a child or something. These are terrible. Okay, so let's have a look then. We've got transport rides, we've got good selection of gentle rides, we've got some coasters, we've got some thrill rides, water rides, as you would expect, and not a bad selection of shops. I think we will put our research into thrill rides to begin with. They'll give you the most bang for your buck. So yeah, I am going to get rid of all of these rides, but I tell you what I'm done. I haven't checked to see if we're charging for rides or for parks. So it's charging for rides then. So I am going to get rid of all the pre-builts. But not yet. I think what I'll do is I'll pick an area to start, and I'll start filling up the squares one by one. I'll put down a drink stall as well, since we clearly haven't got any down. I will get rid of this mini coaster to begin with. I mean, it's good stats, but where is the station? It's, wow, see, look how tiny it is. Only 3 cars. Wow, that's terrible. So I will get rid of that because it seems to take up most of the space, and it'll allow me to build in this square here to start with. I'll put kiosks in all the corners and toilets next to them as well. £20 umbrellas, the usual thing. And yeah, just start building out to see how much we can do. Since it's only a 2-year goal, I'm not going to do any scenery to begin with. I'll probably go back and do it at the end. But yeah, I think just crack on with building and see what we can come up with. October year 1, almost 900 guests in the park, and we've been pretty busy this year. Are we going to get the interaction? No, not quite. So we've got, hang on, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the beginning. Lots of 6, so I'm going to have to put down some extra handyman, but don't worry about that at the moment. So we've got an Enterprise merry-go-round spiral slide just down by there, and then we've got a mini coaster just over here. So it comes up, drops down under the spiral slide, back around, and then comes back to the station. It's called Peer Pressure. Get it? Because we're on a pier. Of course you get it. And then we've got 3D Cinema, Circus, Haunted House just over here. And we got another 2 coasters. We have got Pier Network, side friction coaster, good stats on that. Up and the launch. So, and we've got a looping coaster. And nope. Okay. I have seen it interact a couple of times, so it will happen. Hopefully we'll catch it on camera. So let's have a look at the stats on here. Decent stats. So yeah, goes up, drops down, comes down, and then we've got the launch, the looping coaster then set to powered launch. It shoots you out at, how fast? 40 miles per hour. Decent stats, into a loop around the track of the side friction coaster. No, not quite. And then back again. So it does it 3 times, and then back to the station via a brake run. And then down the middle here, we've got my 4x4 pathing system here. I have explained, but I will do it again. The reason I do this, no, hang on. Let me click on a handyman. Let's just do it this way. We'll do it this way. Okay. So the reason I do it is because with the zoning system, it lines up perfectly with that. Anyway, so I've got food stalls, and then a seating area. I've got a space in the middle for 4 food stalls in the future, and then a seating area, and then more food stalls. So at some point, we're going to research shops, probably at the end, because we don't really need any more variety at the moment. We'll plonk some down in the middle there. So we've got loads of space. So what I did then is as I said, I got rid of the mini coaster to begin with, then I started building in the areas, and then as and when I moved on, I started deleting the old rides as well. So yeah, they weren't built densely enough for my liking. So as you can see, we've unlocked a roller coaster. So that's what we're researching at the moment. We've had enough with the thrill rides. Let's look. So we've got plenty. That's more than enough. So yeah, we're working on coasters now, seeing what we can come out with. So yeah, the wooden well mouse is the first one out. So I figure we'll put one of them down, and yeah, hopefully we can fill this grid by the end of the year. October year 2, 1,400 guests in the park, so we've got more than enough guests, and we've been really busy, but not quite busy enough because we still have some blank areas. Well, one particular blank area there, and a large space down there. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got then? What additions have we made? We've seen all these. Let's have a look then. Here's the wooden wild mouse. What are we doing? 17th. Okay, so we've got peer group. And then let's have a look at the stats. Decent. Yeah, so it's basically, we've got a little tight area and I'm just building what I can and then getting it back to the end. And, it worked pretty well. And then we've got a Virginia reel just down here. It's called pirouette because it spins. So yeah, I just Googled synonyms for spinning, and pirouette came up, and I was like, we can change that to pirouette. Yeah. So and then look, look at this. Look at this corkscrew, and you can probably tell by me chuckling that I'm immensely proud of this one. So this corkscrew, painted to look like the French flag, it's called Pierre. And good stats on this one. So this one is actually set to going in. Let's go to this angle so we can see it better. It's got 3 laps. So the way to do 3 laps with powered launch is, what you have to do is you have to set it, before you go into powered launch, you have to set it to continuous circuit, and you have to let it have a go doing continuous circuit. So set it to one train and continuous circuit. And then when it's done that and you get the stats back, then it'll allow you to change the number of laps. You change the number of laps, then you go in and switch it to powered launch, and it carries over. So yeah, that's how we're able to get such good stats for what is otherwise a very, very simple coaster. So it's sharing an exit with the log flume just over here, which is called Flume. I'll be honest, I saw someone misspell flume, and I thought that would be a great name for a log flume, so I've run with it. So yeah, log flume. It decent enough stats, takes you up, drops you down, comes under this one, and then the same around here. So we've got a second sim ride and a second 3D cinema. So we've got different film on both of them. And then we've got, where have we got? We got the bumper boats somewhere. Did I show you that? Yeah, we've got bumper boats here, around there, underneath the mini coaster. And then over here, then we have got a suspended coaster, and it's called Piercer because it kind of pierces the corkscrew. So it comes up, drops down, and then we've got a cobra roll, and then up and over and back to the start. Yeah, pretty cool. What are the stats? Decent, not bad at all. I like that. And then we got a roto drop just over here, and we've done it. Stew, awesome sauce. Yeah, so that worked out all right. Dragon's Cove. Oh, that's a cool one. That's one of those build 5 that people have issues with. So I figure maybe I'll do a full length playthrough of that one, like I did recently with Dragon's Volcania? What do you think? Let me know. Yeah, so I think then I am now going to carry on finishing off the rest of the park, because since it's only a 2-year scenario, or have we got enough? Yeah, I think we probably have. I'll probably let it research a couple more courses just to see what comes out. In the meantime, I'll start going around doing some scenery and things like that. And then I'll switch my research to shops. We'll fill up a lot of the gaps and add loads more rides. I've been leaving some gaps around the place for shops. We'll fill those spaces and then put down some fences and things, and come back to see what the finished park looks like. May 5, the park is all done. So what I thought I'd do then is load it up in OpenRCT2, unlock everything that is waiting to be researched so we know what we've got, and then I could just build it. It just saves me having to wait for it to come out manually. Since we've already passed the scenario, it doesn't really matter. So some new additions then. We've got a Giggle Coaster just down here. So it comes out, boosts you out. Just makes it over the top, back down, under the paths, and then back round to the station. It's called Pier No Evil. Decent stats on that. Guests absolutely loving it. I haven't told you what I'm charging. Since the start, I've basically been charging £5 for coasters, and I've pretty much left the flat rides as they were. I did during the second year, I think I reduced the prices of the flat rides down. They're all free now. All the coasters are £5 apart from that big orange monstrosity around the outside, and also this purple thing by here, because it's a, what are they called again? It's called Here We Go Again. It's a Heartline Twister. That's it, because they're pretty rubbish, aren't they? Well, the stats are. So it comes up, drops down. We haven't really got enough space to give it a decent drop, so it goes straight into that transition, which is fine because it doesn't matter. There's no penalty for dropping straight into it. It just makes it go down to the bottom section of the track, and then it does the heartline roll really, really slowly, and then comes back up. So yeah, I mean the stats are fine for what it is. We're only charging £2 a go. And then the big orange monstrosity then just goes around the outside. It's called Pier to Pier. So yeah, it comes underneath the entrance like that simply because we don't own the land or the construction rights where for it to go straight along. So it does that, comes back around. Then you've got the boost. Then it boosts you into an inverted top hat. So what I did was I built this, and then I just completed the track flat with the corners, etc., just to make sure it goes around. And it does. Is it going to launch yet? There you go. So it just about makes it through. Then we got 2 large loops. Then we've got this bend here. Then we've got 2 barrel rolls. We've got a roof in the middle of nowhere. A couple of loops, barrel roll, and then a brake run back to the start. So we're running 3 trains, and we've got it on charging £10 a go. So let's have a look at the profits of this one. So yeah, earning an absolute fortune for it. Queue is full. Let's sort out. So right there, let's see let's work out where it came from then. No. Oh, maybe. Oh, hang on. Oh, there you go. I think it's meant to be. Yes, it's meant. See that? It's meant to be for the haunted house, but with the way the rotation works, it's so let's let's get rid of this. So I actually did all the scenery whilst I had it in OpenRCT2 as well. There's The only thing that I was able to, well, I mean, I could have done lots of things, but the only thing I chose to do that I couldn't do in Classic was the slopy fences just there. Normally you'd have to build to do that, but where they've open, you can place them, and you can go into the what's it called, the tile inspector tool, and then you can find it. And it's a real faff when you're over water because it's hard to see where the tile is, and you can move it around on the XY axis, but I never know which one is which. And then by the time I finally work out which is which, I've rotated it and it's changed, and yeah, it's awful. So if someone out there who can do plugins for OpenRCT2 was able to do a plugin to make fences, sloping fences, a lot easier, that'd be great. But yeah, so we're done. 2,000 guests in the park. We only needed 1,200, so I mean that was never in doubt. But yeah, I quite like this. I think it doesn't look too bad. When I first started, I was like, oh no, not this one, not this thing again. Building over water's a pain at the best of times, but no one's drowned, so that's cool. Park is absolutely rammed. I've spammed the staff so the people who think I'm cheap will be happy at all the staff I've spammed. Plus, we've got loads of mechanics and security guards and entertainers and stuff as well. And yeah, I think this bit, this shot, this has got to be the thumbnail, hasn't it? And we'll have to see if we can get that interaction. I will make sure I include it on the outro. Guarantee. That's a Stu guarantee. I will make sure it won't take me too long to get it. Yeah. So anyway, this has been. What should we look at? The gig coaster. Yeah, it's already going out, so maybe we won't look at that just yet. How about Pierre? Pierre the French corkscrew. So yeah, this has been Paradise Pier. I've been Stu. Before I go, I tell you what I wanted to do. What I wanted you to do. So before I do the video, I always do a little sound check just to check the microphone is working. So I press record and I do the sound check, and then I stop it. I play it back, and as long as everything's working, I press delete, and then I start recording again on the video. But what I thought was, rather than deleting them, what if I kept them all, and at the end of the year released them as like a really dumb, oh now it's raining, as a really dumb like compilation. But I can't just go like 1 2 1 2 all the time, so you're gonna have to think of something interesting for me to say. So pop the comments down of what you want me to include on a sound check, and I will do that. And then at the end of the year, then when everyone's completely forgotten about this, I'll end up dropping it, and maybe it'll be funny, maybe it won't. I don't know. So anyway, this has been Paradise Pier. I've been Stu. If you enjoyed, no, Paradise Pier 2. Paradise Pier 2. That reminds me, one more thing. I'll do the outro soon, I promise. One more thing. When you go to save this, if you've already got saves on your device from playing Paradise Pier 1, because the park is called Paradise Pier, when you go to save it, it might accidentally overwrite the saves for Paradise Pier. So you need to make sure you put that 2 in, just so you don't overwrite it. And now it's broken down as well. Yeah. So anyway, by magic, the sun will come out, and we'll watch the POV of this. And yeah, so yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye. It's still going. It's only meant to do 3 laps. It's just never ending. Where's the mechanic? Ah, there you go. He's fixed it.